Good afternoon, Jag Radio fans. I'm meteorologist Will Harkins here with a special report today on rugby. Joined with me today is Vaughn Blackshear, the president of the Rugby Club. Welcome, Vaughn.
Go Jags.
Team spirit all the way. Now, Vaughn is one of the founding members of South Alabama's rugby team, and he's here today to explain to us a little bit about the game of rugby. So tell me, Vaughn, what is it that makes rugby such a special game?
It's the fact that, well, most people just go to the fact that it's no pad. So it's more of a physical sport, but also it's a hybrid blend between soccer and football. By that I mean it's a longer game. We play two 40-minute halves, running clocks, no stoppage time, just like soccer. Also, you throw in the full contact of football, and so that's what's so special about it, is because it's a hybrid blend of a few sports together.
Now, with a hybrid blend like this, do you have to be a super athlete to really play the game of rugby?
Absolutely not. It's just the will to play. It's the will to just keep on pushing through, because it's such a long game. Our super athletes, in football, are running for going those plays for 5-6 seconds, but in rugby, like it's NFL, Ray Lewis makes a big hit, celebrates. No, rugby, you make a big hit, you go make the next tackle. There's no time for celebration.
So there's no stoppage at all? There's no downs like in football or anything? It's just continuous nonstop action?
Yeah, we play two 40-minute halves, much like soccer. The only stoppage time you have is your occasional penalties and things of that nature.
Now, when speaking of penalties, I was watching some YouTube videos, and I noticed this mass of people colliding over a football. And could you explain to our viewers who aren't familiar with rugby what's that about?
Well, I believe you're referring to the scrum. It would be much compared to the jump ball or the inbounds pass in basketball. What it is after a penalty, we're just trying to restart the play and put the ball back into action. So you get 8 people from each team, called your packs. They collide together, you put in a ball underneath, and you kick it back to your team.
I say, well, I've noticed there's a couple big guys in a pack. So what would you say to a small guy like me who might be interested in playing but is kind of outclassed by much bigger individuals such as yourself?
Well, much bigger individuals like myself cannot move as well as you would. So rugby has 15 positions, and it's all dependent upon size varies from position to position, and agility. Really, I would say the key in rugby is your agility and the ability to pass the ball. If you can pass the ball, then you can play anywhere.
Now, can you do a forward pass like in football?
Absolutely not. That is a penalty.
So you're only allowed to pass backwards. So you really have to work well as a team in order to move the ball downfield and score a touchdown, right?
There's no individual efforts in rugby. That's the big difference to me between all other sports is, soccer, one guy can take the ball, kick it around a couple guys, score a goal. In rugby, there's no man that's going to be able, because it's 15 on 15, so there's no one man that's going to be able to take that ball and take it 110 meters each time and score.
Okay, I've also noticed while watching some YouTube videos that they do this pass inbounds and they hoist people up in the air. What's that about? Okay,
that's called our line out, and I would compare that most to an inbounds pass in basketball. Again, that's just like basketball. The ball goes out of bounds. It's the same with rugby. The ball goes out of bounds, and all we're trying to do is trying to get the ball back in play. So our man on the sideline, throws it over his head, throws it back in. We hoist the guy up, and then he grabs it, brings it down, and gives it back to our team.
That's interesting. Now, I know that this is a club sport, so I'm guessing you probably don't play a lot of big-name schools throughout the course of your season. It's usually just a bunch of other clubs from small schools, right?
Actually, that is false. This Saturday, we play the University of Southern Mississippi at 1 o'clock in Hattiesburg, actually in their football stadium, The Rock. And then we play other teams coming up. We're playing Tulane. October 20th, we're playing a round-robin tournament with Spring Hill College and Florida State. And then we're playing Louisiana Tech will be coming to South Alabama October 27th. Hopefully we can get a huge crowd out for that. But we've also, in the past, we've played Alabama. We've played, I'm trying to think, Loyola University. That's a little smaller one. There are just numerous opportunities. We've played Mississippi State. There are numerous opportunities to play so many people around the Southeast. Much bigger colleges than a lot of people would think a club sport could do.
Wow, that's amazing. It actually kind of sounds like you've played more D1 opponents than our football team has. Have you had a lot of success against larger schools, especially like Alabama? I mean, they're national champions of football. You had to have taken a beating from them.
Actually, we did beat them here last spring. I was not able to participate in the game, but luckily the boys brought it together and we beat Alabama then.
Really, what was the score of that game?
I believe it was 20. Was it like 20? I can't believe it. I think it was like 21-6, 21-7, something like that.
That's an impressive score over a big school. So, meteorologist Will Harkins with a special report for rugby. Thank you for being on the show, Vaughn.
No problem. Well, I appreciate
Best
the
of luck with
opportunity.
your season, and we'll call it a wrap.